Welcome to Jumper Man Tech. Today we're in a walk-in freezer. Just determined this evaporator fan motor is bad, and we're gonna pull it out. What's going on here is that this thing is frozen, so we're gonna have to melt this ice and yank this thing out. I'll show you how it's done. I removed the 4 nuts, and I can't even push this thing. This thing is so solid, so I'm gonna start with pulling out this fan blade so I get some access. See, it looks free. Hold on. I'm gonna melt down the ice and yank this thing out. And I need some heat for that. Yeah. Alright. Just picked up a new torch head. This one has a regulator, has a continuous run lock, so you don't have to keep the button down, and has its own sparker. Let's see how this thing works. Looks awesome. See, this thing is crazy frozen. So, let's get rid of that. Tie wrap, get this wire out of the way, try to melt as least things as possible. Shit, freaking dirt just went on fire. Alright. Let's get a little locking nut here. Alright. Alright, freed it up. So I like pulling all these things out of one shot. I rebuild it out of the box, put it back together, and that's about it. So that's how you pull out the fan motor. I'm gonna go to the supply house, match this up, and get a new one, reverse the process, and that's about it, guys. So picked up a new fan motor for this freezer, even picked up the blade. Let's keep it simple. So let's start taking this thing apart. So there's that little Allen key that holds this into place. So small, next size up, 1/8. Is this the guy? Yes, it is. Take off the blade right there. This is our bracket. All right. Let's see, let's just double check. This is 208, 208. That's right. Okay. Let's see, who's this? 1132. There's just 4 bolts holding this in place. So we're gonna take that out. Four bolts, 4 washers, and 4 nuts, 4 washers. That's about it. Oh, this motor's physically larger. And we got space. As long as this lines up. And it does. Put the washers back in place. Alright. Thread is larger on these, on the new motor, but it actually came 4 bolts, 4 nuts. Apologize for that. This is a super quick and easy fix, fast replacement. Since this motor is larger, it looks like this shaft is a bit larger too. So when it comes to the cover, I might need to drill a hole in here so this thing fits right. This is not an exact replacement. It's a universal, basically, part. And just get it going. Not exactly the right nut driver, but it does get it snug. I'll just tighten it down with like an adjustable, or see if I have the right one for this. Let's see, 3/8. Yep, 3/8. Mount that snug, nice and tight, so this thing doesn't go anywhere. A new blade. This part where it's flat, you're gonna want to tighten down your locking screw. It's another day in paradise, boys. Another day in paradise. Just gotta see. This is probably gonna need to be adjusted on the job, but I'm just gonna lock it into place for now. So basically, that's it. You know, take off the cover, undo these 4 bolts, 4 nuts. I like to pull out the whole bracket, rebuild it in the truck. Take the whole mount, take off 4 nuts, drop the new motor in, tighten them down, put in this blade, and you're done. Now we just gotta bring it upstairs, mount the bracket, put on the cover, and you don't even gotta do any hard wiring here. Just plug this in, we're ready to go. Here's a new motor. This thing is actually in defrost right now. So let's throw this thing in. It's as simple as it gets when it comes to the wiring. Just plug it right in. Okay. I would test this, except you know, this thing is in defrost. I usually connect power without the blade, bump it, make sure this thing starts, and then secure everything. You don't want any surprises in the end. So you just drop that in, push these brackets through. Okay, you don't want the blade to touch the wiring, so sadly I don't have any cable ties, but this would do just fine. Just gonna put some black tape around the wiring, around the frame, get that secure. Okay, get that secure. Nice and tight. This could come undone from all the moisture, really, so it's not the best practice. But these people need this freezer back. I defrosted all the ice last night. All the supply houses were closed, so I just pulled the motor, took it with me, Stopped by the supply house in the morning, picked it up, rebuilt it in the truck, and you know, back on the job. These things did have these little clips to hold it in place, so when you're putting on this cover, it's a little hard to get it perfect, but alright, we got those. Okay, here is the blade. So your little lock-in screw goes on the flat side of the shaft. Push it into place. Where is my Allen key? There we go. Loosen that up a little. You don't want this too far in or out. Try to eye it out with this one. It's usually nice to leave a mark, but this is a new motor. But if you're ever taking one off in the future, and just maybe to get to the coil or something, just use a marker or something and tighten it up. That looks good right there. Whoops. Locked it down. Okay. That looks like I'm gonna catch everything. Put this on very carefully so you don't push back the bracket. You want to catch the screws. I just noticed this whole thing is warped. Wow. Let's try to catch these guys. That's one. Alright, the hardest ones. I caught it already. Awesome. These look like there's more space. Yep. Yep. Alright. We're almost home, sweet home, guys. Let's see. 7/16 was it? Yes, sir. That's how you change the motor. Alright, just sent power back. So when this thing gets off a defrost, we're gonna send cold refrigerant through the coil, and once the coil is cold enough, these fans will start. So when that happens, I will get that on film for you guys. Fan motor is good and running, baby. If anybody found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys next time.